It was in his book of fiction, Heart of Darkness, written in 1899, that Joseph Conrad described the journey of the steamboat captain Marlowe, hired by a Belgian company to travel the Congo River into Congo Free State, today known as the Democratic Republic of Congo, or the DRC. Marlowe encountered cruelty, torture, and slavery as he explored the Dark Continent. While Conrad's book was fiction, the next part of his story is not.
In 1885, Belgian King Leopold II established the Congo Free State by brutally seizing the African landmass as his personal possession. It was not owned by the Belgian government, but privately owned by the Belgian king. Can you imagine that?
The people of Congo were forced into labor for valued resources, including rubber and ivory, to personally enrich Leopold. One of the main themes of Heart of Darkness is imperialism. Imperialism refers to the European colonization of countries from Asian and African continents for resources.
While this short history lesson might be more than 120 years old, it's necessary to point out that the African continent was pillaged and colonized for more than 300 years. Those were dark years indeed. By 1914, about 90% of Africa had been colonized, mainly by the European powers of Britain, France, Germany, Belgium, Spain, Portugal, and Italy. It is only in the last 60-odd years, since the mid to late 1950s, that most of her children broke free from those shackles and gained independence.
Africa Day is therefore intended to celebrate and acknowledge the successes of our beloved continent, our birthplace. From the creation on May 25, 1963, of the Organization of African Unity, now the AU, to the fight against colonialism and apartheid for freedom for all its people, for the strides and the progress that Mother Africa has made, and the long road ahead, out of the darkness that still plagues her children. As with every African celebration, there has to be music.
In April 2021, a fire ravaged the slopes of Table Mountain. As Cape Townians, as South Africans, and as Africans, we watched helplessly as the flames engulfed the library at UCT. The Special Collections Unit that housed the African Studies Archive was destroyed, and with it the oral histories of the sand and koi that our ancestors had recorded. This devastation reminds us of when the great libraries at Alexandria, Timbuktu, and Rio were destroyed. The sand and koi records belong to all of us. It was and is our heritage. But out of the ashes we will rise. From this tragedy there is hope. Hope that new histories will be made and recorded and valued and celebrated as we are doing today. After all, we survived 300 years of imperialism. Africa is a continent known for her resilience. Listen to what our grade 8s had to say about Africa and being African.
Today is Africa Day, so I'm going to be talking to a few of my classmates, asking them what makes them African. I'm African. Today is Africa Day, so I'm going to be talking to a few of my classmates, asking them what makes them African. I'm African because I'm strong.
I'm African because I embrace my heritage.
I'm African because I'm a child of Africa and I embrace the culture.
I'm African because the food, language, and culture connects us all together. This is what makes Africa, Africa. If you're born in Africa, Africa is born in you. Today is Africa Day, so I'm going to be talking to a few of my classmates, asking them what makes them African. I'm African because I'm strong.
I'm African because I embrace my heritage.
I'm African because I'm a child of Africa and I embrace the culture.
I'm African because the food, language, and culture connects us all together. This is what makes Africa, Africa. If you're born in Africa, Africa is born in you.
And celebrate our diversity. We give thanks to Mama Africa for life in all its forms. From Morocco to Malawi, from Benin to Burkina Faso, from Egypt to Eritrea, we are all children of Mama Africa. Today, in the African spirit of Ubuntu, we acknowledge and celebrate our differences, but also that which binds us under one African sun. Umntu ngumntu ngabantu in Zulu means that a person is a person through other people.
What does Ubuntu mean to you? What does Ubuntu look like? I believe Ubuntu means respecting all people
irrespective of the color of their skin, their culture, their language, and their religion, or where they live. It means showing kindness to others, from the person behind the counter, to the bus driver, to the CEO. It means being part of a community, of belonging, where everyone is part of my family. Next, our Springfield Ubuntu Choir gives thanks to Mama Africa.
That brings us to the end of the program. We would like to conclude with an excerpt from Thabo Mbeki's speech, made in 1996, on the occasion of the passing of the new Constitution of South Africa, entitled I Am African.
I am an African. I owe my being to the hills and the valleys, the mountains and the glades, the rivers, the deserts, the trees, the flowers, the seas, and the ever-changing seasons that define the face of our native land. My body has frozen in our frosts and in our latter-day snows. It has thawed in the warmth of our sunshine and melted in the heat of the midday sun. The crack and the rumble of the summer thunders, lashed by startling lightning, have been a cause both of trembling and of hope. The fragrances of nature have been as pleasant to us as the sight of the wild blooms of the citizens of the veldt. The dramatic shapes of the dragon's back, the soil-colored waters of the Likwa, Iqeli, Notuge. Today, it feels good to be an African.